we're watching. Also, as you work your way a bit farther south here into northern Bucks County, you're in the thick of it right now. Precipitation rates, it's probably raining a little bit harder than that right now. We've had indications that rainfall rates have been as much as 1.5 to nearly 2 inches per hour. So anyone that's driving through this area right now very likely can't see a whole lot. And we call those situations, if there were to be a tornado, it would be rain wrapped, so nobody would be able to see it, which makes it even more dangerous. So this is what I was talking about. These are rainfall rates, and everywhere that you're seeing those purples, where you're seeing that white area right now, those are blinding downpours. So I mentioned rainfall rates 1 to 2 inches per hour. There are indications that some areas could be seeing rainfall rates 2.5 inches per hour or greater. I know some of Cecily's followers on social media have been saying the rain is unreal right now. This is why we are taking this situation very seriously as we continue to monitor this tornado warning. So again, if you're just joining us here on 6ABC, we've been following some active weather today. We issued an AccuWeather alert for today yesterday in anticipation of this severe weather, specifically the threat of the possibility of tornadoes. At this point, there hasn't been any confirmation of tornadoes, but the ingredients are there today that there could be 1 or 2 tornadoes that spin up across our area. So we want to get the latest from meteorologist Cecily Tynan. Any more information?
Yes, yeah, you know, the threat has shifted farther to the south. So we just got a report from the National Weather Service that a possible tornado, radar indicated, is located near Quakertown now, and it's moving really quickly. It's moving east at 35 miles per hour. So the focus now has shifted farther to the south, and you can see a large section of upper Bucks County is now in a tornado warning. This tornado warning, this is a new one now, is until 5:45. So this is about our 4th tornado warning for this area. That possible tornado, radar indicated, not a funnel cloud spotted, and honestly with all this rain you can't see much anyhow, but radar indicated right near Quakertown, moving east at 35 miles per hour. That is very fast. That's the fastest we've seen any of these cells moving this evening. So focused in, you can see near Richland right now, heading towards Bedminster, essentially crossing 563, heading towards 611. This is where we're seeing the center of the rotation. This is where we're seeing the strongest part of this cell. Elephant, Bedminster, Tennecomm, Point Pleasant, Kingwood, all in the path of the storm system, moving very quickly. So if you live in this area, please seek shelter immediately. What you want to do, you want to get in your basement. If you don't have a basement, go to the lowest floor of your home. Avoid any windows, go into an interior closet or a bathroom. You want to put as many layers between you and the outdoors as possible, especially since this system is moving so quickly. East at 35 miles per hour, there's really not all that much warning. So again, this is a new tornado warning in effect right now for Bucks County until 5:45. Looks like that possible tornado near Quakertown moving east at about 35 miles per hour. The radar has shown that the focus has really been north of Philadelphia. Our entire viewing area is under a tornado watch, which means the potential exists for a tornado or 2 to develop. But the focus on the strongest storms have been up to the north. Berks County, Lehigh County, Northampton County, now Bucks County, seeing the strongest storms, the most uplift, the strongest winds, and you can see pretty close to Richland right now, the relative velocity shows it's not really a strong signature, but there is a signature that there could be some of that rotating winds where we have the inbound and we have the outbound winds basically right next to each other. It's called gate-to-gate shear, and when you get a storm like that, that indicates that there could be a tornado. Moving east very quickly at about 35 miles per hour. Let's go ahead, go to the relative reflectivity rather, and show you the radar, because not only are we talking about the potential for wind damage, we also have lots of lightning strikes. We have rain that's falling at the rate of close to 3 inches per hour, and I am noticing, in addition to the lightning, you can see those little gray circles. That's an indication that there's some hail. When you get storms with a tremendous amount of energy uplift, it pulls the raindrops higher into the atmosphere where it's really cold, They form ice, and then the higher the updraft, the longer the ice can stay there, and that can cause the larger hail. And here we do see the hail tracks. You can see through Allentown towards Easton. So this is with the last cell that we had that was tornado warned. Looked like there is some hail in addition to the wind damage as well. And hail, of course, can cause a lot of damage, especially to cars. So we have heavy rain, high winds, hail, and tornado warnings. This shows the rainfall rates, and the humidity is up pretty high today. We had that warm front move through this morning, so the dew point's close to 70 degrees. So when you have dew points that high, you get a thunderstorm, it acts like a sponge that you wring out and can drop a lot of rain in a short period of time. So near Holland right now, we have a precipitation rate of more than 1.5 inches per hour. So it's hard to see in rain like this. And this is also why we don't have any eyewitness reports of funnel clouds, but the radar does a great job at detecting if there's some rotation in the atmosphere. Typically, it starts from the top down, and when you get the rotation, the higher levels, it holds together, it can touch the ground, and that causes that tornado. So this new tornado warning is in effect for Bucks County until 5:45. A possible tornado spotted with radar near Quakertown, moving east at about 35 miles per hour. And you can see it's blowing to the east very quickly. So Richland right now, you're kind of on the western fringe of this. Nockamixon, you're getting hit. Tinicum right now, we've got hail, we have lightning strikes. Looks like if it holds together, it'll be heading towards 202. Some of the towns associated with this, again, 35 miles an hour, that's pretty fast. Bedminster, Tinicum, Point Pleasant, and Kingwood all in the path of that storm as it continues to race at about 35 miles per hour, moving pretty quickly. We have had reports of some roof damage, also some hail, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of trees and power lines associated with this particular cell. Wider view showing people in Philadelphia saying, what's going on? We got nothing at all. It's been pretty quiet. We've had clouds, we've had rain around, but the focus has really been to the north. This is where we're seeing the best dynamics, and there's something called a mesoscale convective system. It's a piece of energy that's rolling in, and typically the closer to that piece of energy you are, the better of the shearing, of the twisting in the atmosphere, and it does look like that is all well north of Philadelphia. The focus of that right now is over Bucks County. Brittany Boyer, got some new information for our viewers?
Nothing new coming in from the National Weather Service at this point. The latest update that I can provide is that the tornado threat is no longer a problem for Lehigh County, but you can see the area in which that we are looking at those tornado warnings here. We have the Bucks County area that we're primarily looking at that tornado threat. Paul, would you be able to zoom up a little bit? I just said that the tornado threat isn't there for Lehigh County. That's from one of the warnings that they issued. So yeah, so we're looking at Northampton County here. So the tornado threat does not encompass Lehigh County. We're looking at Bucks County here. So around Nockamixon, also around Richland. So you have